Hey guys, the Commander Casual here, playing our Kynaios and Tiro Epic Experiment Storm deck. And we're going to mulligan this hand because we don't have a lot of colors. One land, and we can't personal tutor for something else, so we're going to mulligan this again. We're playing against Chomano Revolutionary. Prevent all damage will be dealt to Chomano Revolutionary. He's a rebel, so I'm guessing this is going to be a Voltron deck. But it could be Rebel Tribal, which I have never actually seen. Ugh. This sucks. I'm going to mulligan one more time. Come on. Whatever. Put on top. We'll keep it. So we're playing against Mayael the Anima, which is always like a Naya big green or big beastie deck kind of thing. Her activated abilities, you just get to look at the top 5 cards of your library. You can put a creature power 5 or greater on the battlefield. So sometimes there's lots of Eldrazi, lots of big scary beaters and stuff like that. And then Olora Ageless Ascetic is our other deck. And this could be life gain, could just be like general control, could be some kind of dirtily value deck or something like that. Olora's like the original Eminence commander, and you don't really ever have to play him to get value out of him. I'm going to put that on the bottom. I'm curious though, this is probably a Voltron deck, but I feel like there's better choices than Chomano. Howdy all, let's have fun. Yes, good luck, have fun, all, exclamation point. We'll see how this goes. Yes, you did play a Temple of Epiphany. There we go. Yeah, so Laura's going to gain him 2 life every upkeep, and then when he's on the battlefield, when you gain the life, you can pay 1, and then you get to draw a card and everyone loses 1 life. He's pretty strong. Honestly, I mean, like his ability just gives you tons of health, and like the earlier stages, like he'll be at like 50 health, I'm sure, easily before we get to going on stuff. And constantly gaining 2 life every upkeep really does add up over the end of by the end of the game. And then when he's actually on the battlefield, which is pretty rare usually, you can actually draw extra cards with him. But I'm just going to tap out and pass. Yeah, so for those who haven't seen my deck tech or previous videos with this deck, this is Kynaios and Tiro of Meletis deck. I love this commander because it looks like a group hug deck and really helps you like build your own mana base. It gives everybody the opportunity to either draw a card or put a land from their hand on the battlefield, and it lets you draw a card and then possibly put a land from your hand on the battlefield. So it does benefit you slightly more than everybody else. And the reason we're running it is so we have access to 4 colors, and it lets us really build up a faster mana base and get the cards we need to storm off or cast our Epic Experiment and then storm off, which is kind of the point of this deck. Ideally, we get our Epic Experiment into it and cast our Epic Experiment for a ton. And then if we can't, we'll just have to find a way to storm off other than that, which I've done before and can easily work. We've got cards like Riku of 2 Reflections to give us some card copies and stuff like that for extra effect. And lots of ramp cards as well to thin the lands out of our deck and also build up our mana base for that Epic Experiment. This guy's going to revoke existence to the Soul Ring, which I think is totally the correct call this early in the game. Legitimately. Because he's already ramping a ton with Arbor Elf. So we're going to play that, and we're going to cultivate. We've got tons of green and more white than we need already. So we're going to grab an island and a mountain. Because blue and red are quite important in our deck. And yeah, we'll play our island. Put a mountain in our hand. So we can play our K&T next turn, ramp off of them as well. And then we'll be in really good shape. We're okay with keeping a mostly land-heavy hand as long as we have access to our colors with this deck. Just and like obviously mulliganing down to 4 wasn't ideal, but it's really not that bad. Or 5, I think is what we mulled down to. Anyway, it's not that bad when you're playing a group hug commander, because it's pretty rare you get targeted, and that's another reason that we do run this kind of combo-y storm deck with this commander, is that people like take us easy and they're like, oh, it's kind of just like a dirtily deck, or it's a group hug deck, it's not a threat, and we kind of sit on our hands until we really have something to play. So yeah, so I'm assuming this Olora deck's going to be kind of an Esper value control style deck, as they usually are. And he's following suit in that belief by playing a Ghostly Prison. This guy's playing a Spear of Heliod. This could just be like a white value deck that he just thinks this guy is a cool legendary and wants to run him. Or it could be Rebels. Could be. Guys, it could be. Fire Commander. I was going to say, hopefully it doesn't get counterspelled, but they're all tapped out, and I don't know why you'd counterspell Kynaios and Tiro. Of Meletis. And we're just going to... We're going to always yield to that ability. We draw Rise from the Tides. Interesting. Yeah. We'll play an island. He's going to play a Temple of Epiphany, Temple of Deceit, so he gets to scry again. Yeah, he kind of comboed that with the Chancery, so he could bounce the scry land and scry a second time. I love the temples. I'm running all the temples in these colors. Just because I think they're an awesome, fairly cheap way to supplement your lands and your mana base. And I think that the scry is actually so helpful in early turns. Like if you have a land with like a temple or 2 in it, it's actually so helpful for hitting those early land drops that really make the game. But that's just how I feel. And we tapped out. We're gonna pass turn because we don't need to hold up any counter spells that we don't have anyway. That's not true. We do have a counter spell in here. It's Muddle the Mixture. And the main reason it's in here is so that we can transmute it to go get our Epic Experiment, because its converted mana cost is 2. An Epic Experiment, because it's an X, the cost blue and red and X, is technically converted mana cost 2. Stonehewer Giant. That's kind of an odd addition to a Mayael deck, because it doesn't have power 5 or greater, and it's got a Voltron-y sub-theme, but it's also just a really good card, so I understand why it'd be in there for that reason, but... Yeah, he's got a pretty ridiculous ability. Yep, this Olora player just following suit and playing a Phyrexian Arena, building up that kind of control-y base. Cage of Hands. Can't attack or block, return Cage of Hands to his owner's hand. Yeah, that's not... I mean, I'm not unhappy he played that, but it's not going to do a ton. Because he can still activate this guy's ability, which is what he'd be doing with him mostly anyway. But I guess he'd probably attack first, or might attack first, so... I'm going to play that Temple. We're going to scry. Put that on the bottom because we don't need a regrowth. Do we play Rico or just wait? We really don't have any action. I think we're just going to tap out and wait. Actually, we won't tap out yet in case we draw like an instant or something, but... Yeah, no, we're not attacking. Let's see what we draw. A Seaside Citadel. Yeah, we'll play that because it'll end tapped anyway. I did, yeah, I was going to say, I played a land this turn, but I played that Temple. There's no reason I'm wasting this to get 1/2/2 Black Zombie, or playing this card and getting people to start hating us already. we're just gonna sit here and quietly build up our mana base, such as Kynaios and Tiro do. They're just gonna always yield to Mayael's ability. This deck doesn't have a ton of like instant speed interaction stuff, just because it is focused on casting Epic Experiment and a bunch of big, and comboing off with a bunch of big sorceries and stuff like that. So, did he whiff? Oh, that's brutal. So you want to usually pump these decks with tons of cards so that that doesn't happen. That is rough. I have a Mayael deck in paper, and it's so brutal when you miss with it, because it's like 6 mana. Like, that is a creature, so if you don't get anything with it, it's just a huge waste. We're just gonna tap out. Yep. There we go. I don't want to scare anybody into thinking we've got more going on than we do. Yeah, so Olora's just going to sit there, gain life, draw cards, and be hard to attack because of Ghostly Prison. Yeah. I think it'd probably be pretty fun to do like a pillowfort style Kynaios and Tiro deck as well. Just build up a massive enchantments. When you Mayael and get no creatures. Crying face. Sorry, buddy. Tiny Manticore. I feel for you. I understand that. I know that feel. Is he gonna... Alhamret's Archive. Gross. So he's gonna gain extra life and draw extra cards. So yeah, every he's gonna gain 4 life and draw 3 cards a turn now, instead of just gaining 2 life and drawing 2 cards a turn now. Exiling my... Dingus. We actually want our graveyard. Because we have a lot of ways to like abuse it with Rise from the Tides, and we've got Mizzix Mastery, and some other stuff that I can't think of right now. He's going to play Ghostly Prison as well. This guy's got kind of a pillowfort deck so far. I don't know what it does. I'm waiting. Come on, Chomino. Revolutionary. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. Or if I have, it wasn't noticeable to me. Oh, great. We draw our Mana Severance. I keep meaning to take this out of the deck and keep forgetting. It's just in here so that before we Epic Experiment, we can cut all the lands out of our deck that we have left, and then we won't hit any lands while we Epic Experiment. But it's such a pain to interact with on MTGO because you have to like manually click on each individual land, and the load time and everything just make it super unbearable. So we're just gonna sit. Keep our Riku in hand, I guess. Do we play it or not? I don't want to be a target. But I guess like this guy is starting to be more of a target. Okay, we're playing it. Maybe we'll draw some sweet instant on our end step. Well, what is it? Hit me with some sick card that I can copy. A 3-drop, ideally. No, it's a 4-drop. It's also sorcery, right? So now it's getting a little bit more obvious that we're a Spellslinger kind of deck. Because we don't have any other permanents. The only card they've seen from us is Cultivate, Riku, and Kynaios and Tiro. But we're still not gathering. We don't have a lot of hate. So And honestly, like if we get attacked by like a random person by a ton amount, we can always block with Riku. Riku's dead, and then we are no longer a threat. Because people get a little scared of Riku, but people don't get scared of Kynaios and Tiro. And Kynaios and Tiro are also just a big freaking wall, which is super awesome. Rurkthar. Ouch. That's a problem. Surprised he hasn't used the Stone Hero Giant. I don't know why this is in here if he's not going to activate it. Because it can still be activated. But, because he could still do it. He could untap with Arbor Elf and, like, equip something. And this is also cast a non-creature, so you could still get around his ability with it. Yeah, let's see what you got, Tiny Manticore. Oh, basically nothing, because this can't attack, so. Much better. Ugh. I've built a Rurkthar deck that was just like all creatures and then like a Swiftfoot Boots and Lightning Greaves. And it's a lot of fun, but it's so oppressive. This guy's just gonna sit, gain life, and draw cards. Olora's art's really funny. How does he look so lazy, but he's still so jacked? That's my question. I guess he's the ageless aesthetic. I know it's aesthetic, but he's the aesthetic, ageless aesthetic. Let's see it, guy. What do you want? What do you got? What are you gonna do? I'd really like to draw like one of our 2 removal spells. We've only got 81 cards to go through, or 83 cards to go through. This guy could move the cage to Rurkthar, but he takes 6 to replay it. This guy's gonna have a hard time attacking anybody, because he's got to pay for these guys, and we can just block. He's gonna tutor for something and take a hefty hit, but he's got lots of life to spare. So he took all that time thinking about Enlightened Tutoring, and now he's going to spend all this time searching with his Enlightened Tutor. The one-drop tutors have a really fun interaction with Kynaios and Tiro. We're running Mystical Tutor and Personal Tutor in here, I believe. And they're really awesome with Kynaios and Tiro because you can cast... Because I think Personal Tutor is a sorcery, but you can cast it on your turn, and then on your end step you draw whatever card you tutored for. So you could draw an instant and still... Or you could tutor up an instant and still use that instant on the next person's turn. Or you just don't have to wait until like this last person's end step to do it, so that you draw it as your next card. You can just do it, and then Kynaios and Tiro draw you it on your end step, which is nice. He's actually going to play his commander. Interesting. Maybe that's because he just doesn't want to play non-creatures. And he can start draining us with this. Really? He's going to risk playing a Sol Ring to take that damage? Alright. Sorry, I shouldn't say risk like it's a chance. He does take the damage, but I know he's still at a ton of health, so kind of a moot point, I guess, but Still, I don't agree with it. Not one little piece or bit, you know. You know. Yeah, it's Planet Dome's turn. Now we'll get to this guy's turn. I'm excited soon. I'm gonna be having doing what I think is an interesting take on an Atraxa deck. It'll be coming soon. Penal combat damage that would be dealt to Seraph of the Sword. I don't. Is this prevent combat damage tribal? it's the Peace Among Worlds tribal. Arcadia's mask can no longer hide the truth. Our day has come at last. Only when my sword lies idle shall I rejoice. Yeah, whatever, pacifist. You're called Seraph of the Sword, not Seraph of the Shield. Planet Dome, you're tapped out, except for a Soul Ring. Can you please just yield? I think he's... Oh, he figured it out. He's got it. Attaboy. We're just gonna yield to the end of the turn. Seraph of the Sword. This is really cool art, though. I like it. I feel like if you wanted to do Angel Tribal, Mayael would generally be a good choice. But actually, I think you should do. Oh, I should I should do Kynaios and Tiro Angel Tribal at some point. That'd be super fun. Because they kind of give you the access to all the like really cool angels. I know there's a couple like white and black angels that are kind of neat, but they're also kind of meh. So there's like Merciless Angel and maybe a couple others, but play this Lund. Do we want to could piss on somebody's cornflakes and make them deal with Rurgthar? I don't really care about this guy's stuff. I do care about this guy's stuff. Mostly this. But then we have to eat damage. Yeah, we're just gonna see what we draw, and then we can instant speed that on this guy's end step if we need to. Yeah, we're not gonna attack. Oh, we can copy it too, and not. I don't think we take extra damage because it's cast. Sweet. So we can wreck Planet Dome's stuff. Or Planet Dome stuff and this guy's stuff. I don't really care about this guy though. He's fine. He's not really gonna be a problem for me. Yep. Let's show me what I've got. Draw me a neat card that does neat things with neat stuff. Tolerant. That's a neat card. Wouldn't mind drawing that. Start of my upkeep, but or start of my turn, but. Like Clifftop Retreat. Fun thing about playing Rurgthar with Mayael is that you can kind of lock people out of other stuff, and you can just keep using your ability to just keep puking out stuff. And as well as it being a very creature-heavy deck as is. And then choosing to take 6 if you really need to for whatever you deem important enough. But we'll see. I love the artwork on this card. I had the choice of getting the new Ixalan one when I did get this, or the current one, and I just love this one way too much. Let's see what this I was gonna call him a rude name gets. Sword of Feast and Famine. Great. So we'll be slicing the sword and the archive. Wait, does he attack me here though? If he attacks me here, it's definitely going bye-bye. That sword can just F right off. There's no way he has to attack. I was gonna say there's no way he doesn't attack here, but Rurgthar has to attack. Yeah, beginning of combat, you do you. that's a no-no. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. Now he's going to use... That's kind of a weird time to do that. I don't know why you wouldn't do it before and maybe hit a hasty guy or after. Terastodon. Great. I guess he's probably not going to blow up my stuff. So we'll just blow up whatever he doesn't blow up, essentially. That sword's definitely going, though. We're slicing and twaining that, and then we're just going to block Rurikthar with our big dude. Our big butt dude. The bros. The lovers. The Greeks? Whatever. Yeah, choose your targets. Pick Alhamret's Archive. That and that. Okay. So well sliced a Ghostly Prison and the sword. Choose target. Sword is going to be a primary target. Let's take 6 here, take 8. So, and let him untap all of his lands and discard a card. Yeah, we're going to use Riku's ability. Yes, we're going to pay that. And they're going to choose... Drafted on targets are those, so we're going to choose this Ghostly Prison. Because that might have been what was stopping him from attacking these guys, was he just didn't want to pay the mana. Which I'm betting is highly likely. Yeah, so we take 6, we know. Then we're going to slice the other thing. Oh, we get to... Yeah, I didn't even think about how we get to draw an extra card because we copied it too. That's awesome. Yay, card draw. Still declare attackers. So we're just going to block Rurikthar. I'm pretty okay with that. Now we've got extra things to do as well. Got some creatures that can play next turn. Just dandy. We're just going to tap out. Because that's all the instant speed stuff we wanted to do. I'm pretty happy about that exchange overall. I don't love taking damage from Rurikthar, regardless of the source, but... And it needs to be dealt with before we try and combo off, because it'll just kill us. Cast anything. Yes, he's going to activate Alora's ability, draw an extra card, deal damage to us, and he gained life. But at least his Phyrexian Arena, Alhamret's Archive, Ghostly Prison are all gone. Curious what he tutored up with Enlightened Tutor, though, because I don't think he played it yet. Vampire Nighthawk, that's not it, but I'm not sure I like the promo art for the MTGO art better. I think I like the other one better. Of him, he's also sitting on like a ledge post in almost the exact same position, but he's facing left. So this, I don't like this song. Change it. Oh great, I skipped into an ad. Thank you, Spotify. Well, he's got the elephant to rule. Oh, I was going to say the elephant to rule them all, but he is the elephant to rule them all. But he's also got a big element friend. So. Crypt Ghast. Gross. Maybe he's holding up a counter. Could be. It's not a mana drain or a counter spell, so I'm happy. Man, he just does not give a crap about this Rurikthar damage. Just playing right through it. Somebody rate in this Mayael player. Because I can't do it. Wonder if he could Rurikthar this with the spear. Dealt damage to you. Yeah, so he could theoretically, if he played a non-creature, he could spear Rurikthar. MST 3K man. Luminarch Ascension. Blah. You can spear Rurikthar. No. Because he did damage to you. Do it, please. For the band? For the band? Sweet. I was hoping he was doing that, so he could also do that. Thanks, guy. Appreciate it. Let's see what we draw next turn, but we could Gutter Snipe, clone our Gutter Snipe, and then drop like a Mystic Retrieval for that slice. That'll deal 4 damage to everybody. I don't think we'll have mana up left after that, but so playing that and cloning would take 5. Mystic Retrieval would take another 4. So 9. So we need 13 to do all of it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're not there yet. But we could get our Slice and Twain back, in case we wanted it. Which I kind of do, because Artifact and Enchantment removal are always nice, and drawing cards is nice too, so. Soul Ring! That kind of gets us there, a little bit. Oh, it gets me there. Sorry for being gross, but I can't help it. And even if I could, I wouldn't. We're gonna Gutter Snipe. The only thing that kind of sucks about this is it like kind of shows our hand, and that like it's like, hey, this is what my deck does. Please don't kill me. Yes. Got 2 Gutter Snipes. And yeah, I think we missed a Retrieval. That's too much mana. I'm just going to always yield to the Gutter Snipe triggers. I'll just have to keep in mind that he can spear the Gutter Snipes like he did Rurikthar. Nah. I don't have anything else to return. If we had that Cultivate, we'd probably do that. Just because value and stuff, but... Oh, if we draw an untapped land here, we can slice, maybe. So we're going to leave our mana untapped. Hope we hit an untapped land. So we do have enough green up. Yeah, we're not attacking. Freaku bites the dust here, we're not too trapped. He's done his work already. Mizzix Master is awesome. Not attacking. Land, untapped land, untapped land. Jungle Shrine, crap! It's not an untapped land. Still happy we got a land, but... So if we draw an Epic Experiment next turn, we're sitting high and dry, and everyone else will die. So Chrome Lantern. He's gonna play out his non-creatures now, because he can without taking damage. Stony Circle. Yeah, so is he just playing combat, prevent, damage, tribal? Regrow. Now we're gonna scare the pants off of him. We're gonna tap out. I can't type. Playing combat, damage, prevention. Tribal? Question mark? Maybe it's just damage prevention in general, but it's gonna grab a Darksteel, play it. Yucky. We cannot slice that in twain. It won't be sliced. It's unsliceable. Sorry guys, I'm just getting over my sickness. I'm almost there. Well, Iroas. Yucky. All of his creatures have menace and take no damage when they're attacking. He gets a Luminarch counter. Olora gains some life. Will probably drain us and draw an extra card, because he can. Yep, he's doing just that. So next turn, if we don't draw any other interestingness, slice in twain and copy it. We can cut down this Luminarch Ascension. Possibly the Spear. Although he can activate it in response, and still after like the first trigger, its second trigger, or before this resolves. Okay, that's gotta go. This guy I'd like to blow up a thing of his, but can't. Not really making much of a difference at this point. He's got access to his colors, pretty notable amounts, so it won't really set him back much at this point. It'd just be like blowing up a land. But like a basic. Anyway. That's gotta go. Because that's a major infinite combo piece. Which he also might have. And then I'll probably get rid of this Ascension, because that card's scary. Is he gonna play it? Is he gonna play the other combo piece? It's one of the other ones where it's... So when you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Oh, Sphere. That's probably gonna go too. God, why you gotta do this, guy? You're such a pain. I have to kill you. There's two other cards that combo with it. There's another. Sorry, no. There's just enchantment. It's. What is it? It's something blood. Anyway, you can replace this card with a creature that came out and returned his Zendikar as well. That has the same ability. But it's basically like. This one is whenever you gain life, you get to deal that much damage, and the other one is whenever you deal damage, you gain life. So they both constantly trigger off each other once any amount of damage has been done. So you deal 1 damage, then you gain 1 life, then you can deal that damage because you gained life, and then it just infinite combos from there. And you can just drain everybody to death. And if he's running one, he's probably running the other. So I'm gonna get rid of it. Sun Titan. Enters battlefield, he can bring back something 3 or less, which is everything. It's gonna bring back his ghostly prison. Ah, there's so many targets. Why are you guys doing this? I might play Tiro first, just so that we start getting some Drakes as well. Ooh. Can Baral's expertise into Slice and Twain now. Neat. Yeah, we're gonna play Tiro first. We don't have a... Oh no, we don't have enough blue mana to copy anything anymore. It's unfortunate. That's okay. New. Right, because we just have two more blue sources. That's not what I wanted. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna... that's scary, but meh. I guess this, and this, blue, white, and green. Okay, or red. That's red, not green. We could just regular Mizzix Mastery or something again, just to deal tons of damage to all these guys. If we wanted to. Penguin Bond's gonna kill us, FYI. I'm gonna get it. So no, we're not paying for that because we don't have any blue, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Gutter Snipe 1, Gutter Snipe 2, we're gonna always yield to Talrun because we always want Drakes. It's not a yes or no ability anyway, we just always want to not have to deal with that. Then Baral's expertise is going to resolve. So those things we're going to do this. Get the Sanguine Bond. And get all this again. So, nope. Burn everybody. We get another Drake. And that gets sliced in twain. I hope you enjoy having 2 halves of Sanguine Bond. Dork. Yeah, we got him. A land. Neat. Do we lay it on thick with the Mizzix Mastery here? I'm tempted. If we had 1 extra mana, we wouldn't have to Mizzix Master. We could just Mystic Retrieval it. I think we just Mystic Retrieval anyway, just for extra damage. And then, yeah, if we draw an untapped land, we can Slice and Twain again. Love these cards. Going off now. We're doing so much work with Slice and Twain. So many things getting sliced in Twain. It's really fun to say Twain as well. I like saying Mark Twain, but they mean Twain as in 2 pieces. Or into two things, whatever. Gotta snipe some people some more. This guy's hurting for the preventing damage deck. Yeah, we'll take that back. Hopefully we'll get like an island K&T on this draw. That'd be awesome. And then we can Slice and Twain again. Should just be the tits. Island. Come on. Damn it. We don't have any blue. Not helpful. Whatever. At least we get to draw a card. So we got some Drakes now too for blocky blocks, which is nice. And we're burning guys out with our Gutter Snipes. slowing people down with Baral's expertise, which is good too. Scroll down, see where we at. Just me doing stuff. Let's see what you got, guy. Come on. Come now. Come on. Come on now. Come on. We know you're there. You went through your upkeep. I've got a foil, Mayael, in person, and I love it. Bah! Rurikthar. Yucky. Wait, when did he get the back? Oh, he regrowth for it, right? Well, it's a good thing we cast all that stuff earlier. Did he seriously swords afterwards? Okay, we're pretty much done with our Riku anyway, so whatever. We've gotten some serious value out of him. Riku, you've done your work. We appreciate it. Yeah, sure, I'll gain some life. Not a lot, but I'll take it. I just find it hilarious that he did that after he played Rurikthar. So he took an unnecessary 6. We might be able to burn him out before we die. If we attack him with the Drakes first, hit him for 6 and then do some stuff from there. I'm just gonna... Yes, I know what door's up, is to look at us. Come on. Let's get going. Play agreed, yep. So, I understand the point of these kind of Outlasty style decks is that you can use stuff like Extort and other people just burning each other out to deal, like, as your win condition, and then you just slowly pick away at people, and that does it, but it seems kind of boring to me. Like, this is definitely a dirtily deck, but when it goes off, it freaking goes off. Like, that little thing we did before, that wasn't even going off. That was nothing. That doesn't even count. I don't know if Music's Mastery counts as casting all the cards in my graveyard. Curious, because if it does, then we're gonna get wrecked by Rurikthar if I try to use it, but if not, might not. Because honestly, expertising it seems like the best option right now. And then just trying to close this guy out. But probably going to get rid of this guy's Sphere of Safety. I'm okay with him greeting himself, because it just puts him lower and lower for us to kill him with Gutter Snipes. Yeah, and this guy's just going to bleed him a little bit more, which I'm okay with. Because now if we attack him with our Drakes, he's at 6. We Music's Mastery and Baral's. Either he takes 4 or 8, and we take 6 or 12, depending on how the casting the copy works. Because if it's a cast, then we get the Gutter Snipe trigger as well as an extra Rurikthar hit. So we'll have to see. But yeah, if it is a cast, then he's dead. If not, we can just cast Mana Severance for like nothing, or we can Mystical Tutor for Epic Experiment, and he's dead. Which is cool with us, because these other two decks aren't showing much trouble. That'll also kill this MST 3K man as well. And then it's just one-on-one with Planet Dome. And he's not looking too scary to me. So I think that's our plan next turn. Is we're gonna Mizzix Mastery the Barrals, and then we can slice and twain off that as well, then kill probably this Sphere of Safety on this other guy. Well, that's scary. Does this give lifelink too? Oh, thank God it doesn't. But I think that he might send a Sun Titan at me now. Oh, and that changes things. That's just kind of scary. We'll see how this goes. Does it give flying? Yup. So he could just attack me with everything here, because it all has vigilance too. Oh, please don't. That's a lot. That's 10. Not me. Not me. Not me! Yes, he's killing this guy. What's he hitting? Cage? Story Circle? I love the art on this card. That's great. Or, well, he can't revoke existence. That's not how that works. I love the art on this card, too. Some Phyrexian, I think. Just getting absolutely wrecked. No half measures, no regrets. We'll tell no stories of this day. It will be as if it never existed at all. Brought back story thing. Next time a source of your chosen color, we deal damage to this turn, prevent that damage. Okay, so you can prevent some gutter snipe damage, I guess. This guy's no longer a threat. This guy's super close to dead, though. Though he's definitely dead next turn. So we'll see what we draw, and we'll go from there. We're feeling pretty good. We're sitting pretty. What's our time on this? 52 minutes. Yeah, it's about an hour. Expected. Bruh. GG. Oops. GG. Tiny Manticore. I like this deck though. I could have killed him. Who? Me? I hope not. Works for me. I could have killed both those guys next turn anyway. Now I just take less Rurikthar damage for it. Oh, do I want to write a replication of my gutter snipes? I just go for the mad burn plan. That'd be amazing. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? No, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that'll cost 9. We'll have 6 left over, so I can still Mizzix, Barrals, and Slice. Yeah, let's go for it. It's a fun way to... Oh, no, I can't do that. There we go. I guess we're going to kick it, so... these guys are tapped out. We're going to do the Gutter Snipe. There's a lot of good choices here. Honestly, like having a fleet of Sun Titans would be amazing, but we're going to do Gutter Snipe for hilarity's sake. There she goes. Overrun, Aggravated Assault, and Aurelia. Yuck. Well, glad those are gone. Overrun and Aggravated Assault would have killed him, though, if he used both. Using one of them would have hurt him a lot, because he had Rurikthar out. It's time for my Master Stroke. Prepare to burn. Yeah. Yeah. Cast. Targeting. Raw's expertise, because I want to... I could target right again, that'd be funny. Burn. Burn, little brands. GG. MSK3, man. Planet Dome doesn't seem confident. And he probably shouldn't be. Of course I'm casting that. We're gonna bounce him, him, and him. Oh, so it does count as a cast. That's grody. GG. And that's that. That's how you gutter burn. Snipe butter snipe gurn. I don't words, what? Yeah, that's the K&T Epic Experiment Storm deck. You didn't see any of our Storm cards, you didn't see our Epic Experiment, but I'm glad it works without the other stuff. I mean, it's still built to go off like this. It just works even better with Storm cards and Epic Experiment. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.